Welcome, you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in to Just Enough Spice, where we talk about ways to strive for better. So I'd like to talk about a story that I read this morning with regards to Africans that were stuck in Ukraine and their plight to get out during this wartime. Now, before I go any further, I do want to say that I feel for the people of Ukraine. I myself, coming from a country that has seen at least one war during my lifetime, know what it is or what it feels like to be through something like this. There's the loss of life, loss of income, loss of family. So I know what these people, or at least I can empathize with what they're going through. Now, that being said, the story that I was reading was talking about the Africans that were stuck in Ukraine, most of them being Nigerian. And most of these people are students that went to Ukraine for higher education. The story went into talking about the Africans that were trying to get out of Ukraine at this point, to go to either Poland or to Hungary, and the issues that they were coming across. The story goes into a few Nigerians that were trying to leave the country of Ukraine, and not just Nigerians, people from other African countries that were attempting to leave Ukraine to get to, I guess, a safer location, either Poland or Hungary, and they were stopped from leaving. It seems as though what's going on right now in Ukraine is if you are attempting to get onto a bus or a train that's leaving or going out of the country, you are stopped if you are not from Ukraine. So they're telling the people that are trying to get on the buses and or trains that if you're not a Ukrainian citizen, we're not here to serve you at this point. And that's really shocking. Again, I feel for the people of Ukraine, and they are in my prayers. This is a very dicey subject right now, especially since we are seeing this unfold on TV. That being said, and in no way trying to discount what the Ukrainians are going through, we cannot discount what the Africans are going through that are in Ukraine right now. There are stories on CNN, NPR, Global Citizen that are saying the exact same thing. So this cannot be a made-up story, and we cannot say fake news. This is exactly what's going on right now. And you would think that in the year 2022, with what is going on right now in Ukraine, that people would be more accommodating, empathetic, realize that we're all in the same boat, and that people bleed the same way. It doesn't matter if you're white, black, you bleed blood. It's understandable that this is a high stress time and most people want to get their families to a safer location. But what is going on where we forget to treat humans just as that, humans? Why is it that if you are not from Ukraine or you are of African descent, you're not worthy to get on the buses and trains to get out of Ukraine? Why is it that their money was good enough? Because most of these Africans that the reporter was talking to were students. Why is it that their money is good enough to obviously pay for school, for a higher education, but it's not good enough at this point to get them out to a safer location? Why is it that there has to be a difference just because of the skin color? This is one of the issues that I don't want to say I have, but most Africans tend to have. We never feel as though we are 100% assimilated into a culture. There are many stories such as this one where people of African descent are being told that they need to wait until all the Ukrainians have been serviced before they can have an attempt to leave. And it's really unfortunate. Why is it that there is that difference when prior to this war, obviously, there was not? You allowed the Africans to go to school and study. And for the Africans that actually make it out of Ukraine and to Poland, apparently what's going on now is when they go to sign into a hotel or to register to stay at a hotel, they're being told that they are not allowed. Only Ukrainians are allowed. Now, again, this is a story from BBC News, and I see no reason to question its veracity. It's really unfortunate that people that are going through this very stressful time in Ukraine are now having to be subjected to racism on top of the possibility of being killed. Now, as an African myself, I can't say that I've been in situations where I've been treated wrongly. I have come across certain individuals that have maybe not treated me with the respect I thought I deserved, but to each his own. But in a situation like this, where there's a strong likelihood of death in this war-torn location right now, the fact that people can even think in a separatist manner or in a way that separates the Ukrainians from the Africans just because of the skin color and the fact that they're not from the country, and use that to say the ones that are from Ukraine should be the first ones to either get on trains and buses, takes us right back to slavery time. We can only hope that most, if not all, of the people of Ukraine can actually get out of there alive. But as much as we would like to hope, that is not going to be the case. So far, from what I've heard, about 300 people have been killed, and the numbers are going to increase. And while I feel for the people of Ukraine, I hope and pray that my African brothers and sisters are able to get out of there alive. Again, I feel for the people of Ukraine. I have friends that are from that side of the country, but I also pray and I hope that we can bring awareness to this fact that our African brothers and sisters are being told that they cannot get on buses and trains, they cannot get out of the country of Ukraine, and when they get to other countries such as Poland and Hungary, they're being told that they cannot be housed in hotels because they're not from Ukraine. This is really, really sad that this is going on during a period such as this. I've been told before, Africans like to stick to themselves. And yes, I can say we do. Because if we are trying to assimilate into a culture and, we're there paying school fee, housing rent, whatever it is we need, we're trying to, be as one with the culture that we have found ourselves in, or the group of people we found ourselves with, and we have a situation such as this, war and possibility of death, and you are being treated like nothing more than less than human. As you move through life, you are going to be in a place where you want to stay by yourself, or you do not want to assimilate, because at the end of the day, they're not trying to make you, or you're not seen as one of them. And I know that some people are going to say, well, this is during war and you shouldn't be talking about the people of Ukraine like this. But if you're going to treat other people from another country like dogs, like they do not bleed like you, then yes, this is the time to talk. We're reading news articles and watching TV, and people are talking about, oh, we pray for the people of Ukraine. And yes, we do. We pray for the people of Ukraine, but we pray for all the people that are in Ukraine trying to get out, not just the Ukrainians. And as I was reading the article, there was a story about a young lady who was a medical student in Ukraine right now. And she was one of the people that was trying to get out. She eventually made it to Poland, but when she got there, she was told that she could not stay in the hotel that she went to looking for a place to stay. And for just 1 second, if you think about it, if Russia had not decided to go into Ukraine, all things being equal, she would have finished medical school and become a doctor. Now she's no longer seen as a person or her potential. She's seen now as less than, and I guess she can figure her way out of Ukraine, however, by any means necessary, but it's not going to be before all the Ukrainians have been evacuated. That's really sad. I'm hoping that sharing that story can bring some kind of awareness to my brothers and sisters that are out there, and I mean all of us in general, to at least try to see if there's a way to help those people that are trying to get out, that are not being allowed to get out just because of their skin tone and the fact that they're not originally from Ukraine. Once again, I understand, again, as a person who comes from a country that recently went through their own war, I understand what war is like. And if we are out there understanding what war is like, and we are watching the same videos that I watch, where I see cars being charred, buildings being blown up, if we're all watching the same thing, we should have that spirit of empathy and feel for all of the people that are in harm's way right now in Ukraine, and not just the Ukrainians. No one's bringing that attention or spotlight to the Africans that are there right now. And I'm hoping to bring, no matter how small, just some amount of awareness to this situation. And hopefully the right person hears this and can do something about the people that are stuck there that are not of Ukrainian descent. Once again, thank you so very much for tuning in to Just Enough Spice. I know that your time is valuable. Thank you for giving me a few moments of your time. If you like this video, please give me thumbs up. Please share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.